I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all of the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take all your money and whatever else bring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Making such a fuss, and I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
Down by the water, maybe have a son, maybe have a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. For the things I never had, I'm burning with hate, with love. Spin around. 'Cause as a boy I had a dream. Carry it with me today. Yes I do. the world stops spinning around, I'll be rocking.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the sound holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of the new. Oh, na 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 na. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. Afraid you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghost embrace can only me tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to lands of new. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, what might be true, that I might never be back again. Seems to me that I've lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too late.
Someone to take me down at night. Someone to make my day. New revelation fills my soul. Oh, I can waste away. You distracting my attention, you're all that's on my mind. You, not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone I need to taste your life again. I need a rendezvous. New revelation just feel my soul. Beginning and ends with you. Distracting my attention, you're all that's on my mind. You, not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do, yeah. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone else, yeah. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do, yeah. She knows that nothing feels sweeter than someone else. Yeah, don't it seem funny that I'm in love with you, yeah. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone else. Yeah, 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 you. Oh, you. Yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control, using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hot little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Yeah. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn a new way. I wanna see, I wanna be, taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. Yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're gonna black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the sound holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of new. Oh, na 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 na. That I lost, got the sunset on the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghost embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back for lands of blue. Oh, na 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 na. At the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played
I'm afraid what might be true, that I might never be back again. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I've been lost for one long summer day. I miss the light before it's too late. Before it's too late. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do, yeah. She knows that nothing feels sweeter than someone else. Yeah, don't it seem funny that I'm in love with you, yeah. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone else. Yeah, 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 you. Oh, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Oh, you. Yeah, you. Oh, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Oh, you. Oh, you. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control, using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to tell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We
taught to love. We've got to learn a new way. I wanna see, I wanna be, taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shadows. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue. Yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're gone black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the sound holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. So I'm gonna start running back to the land of new. Oh, na 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 na. That I have lost my old friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghost embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to land of blue. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, the world might be true, that I might never be back again.
What's up? How's it going, everybody?
Shirt. Look at that shirt.
Oh, I love the green. See, you wore the green because of me, didn't you?
Love the green.
So I am officially making the next video. I switched it up. My next music video is gonna be "It's Not Easy Being Green," and I gotta change. I gotta be doing that. So, I'm gonna get like a Kermit hand doll. But anyway, how's it going, everybody? Unfortunately, I guess you might have seen or guessed or heard. Unfortunately, Jeff Dickerman will not be joining us tonight. He had an emergency that he had to take care of. So we wish him and his family well, and everything's good. If whenever you're ready, Jeff, to come back on and reschedule, we'll be happy to have you. So that's that. So sorry about that little bit of disappointment, but. Before we, get on to whatever this show is actually going to be about now, we got to do the sponsors thing. So let's do the sponsors thing real quick. So, man, let me tell you something about Woodland Hills real quick.
They're the best.
They really came through for AstroWorld this week. They put, and I'm not. I don't know if it's all Woodland Hills, but at least right now it is. But they put the Astropalooza banner up on their website, right? And in 2 days, we got 30 new subscribers, and our giveaways, what were we at? Like 112 on Friday?
Something like that. Yeah, we're over 100.
We're over 200 now. We're at 230 people signed up for the giveaways. So with 2 days to go. So thank you to Farah and Raina and Pete and the rest of the team over at Woodland Hills for supporting us. Not only for the giveaways and the cash that we give out on a monthly basis, but just for the sheer opportunity of being, being accepted by other members of the astronomical community in order to help feed the word. So thank you to Woodland Hills.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Red Giant Level, again, all of the sponsors are great. Don't get me wrong. And also it's going to be on Masters of Pix Insights website too, starting tomorrow. So it's going to be pretty cool. So Prima Luce, Camera Concepts, Optolong, giving away stuff, right? And we just got another giveaway, by the way, and we'll talk about that when you can see me. But we'll talk about that in a second. Master Pix Insight and IP for AP, another website and another group of people that have been super generous over the course of every single sponsor has been super generous over the course of the year, and it's been amazing. And just so everybody knows, 2023 is right around the corner, so renewal letters for sponsorships are going to be going out. So be on the lookout for that. But thank you so much for everybody's support, even the members. Everybody's been awesome. So this year has been amazing. Here we go. Member sponsors, Quasar members. These are levels of donors in case of all the new people who are out there, and most of them are on Patreon. If you want to become a member and get a nice T-shirt or polo shirt that says AstroWorld on it, or some other swag, join us on Patreon and we'll hook you up. Black Hole members, Charity, Sean, George, and Mike. Then all of our Red Giant members. Chris gets 2, and Dan gets 2 because they joined up under 2 different emails. So they're actually 2 members each. so thank you. Main Sequence members, Protostar members, and obviously that's not happening tonight, but wow, 3 days away. 3 days to the what?
Hey, but before we really jump into this, also again, thank you to Woodland Hills and all of our sponsors. But again, to all of our viewer membership and all of our new viewers, welcome. If you like the show, if you like what we're doing here, like what we're trying to put together, please do us a huge favor. And if you're on YouTube, press on that thumbs up button. give us a big thumbs up, and and like the show, subscribe, press, click on that bell to get notifications. If you're on Facebook, don't forget to share to public. If you're on Twitch or wherever you guys are consuming, we really appreciate it. Don't forget also to check out our Discord server and hop onto our Discord channel. If you have questions, anything dealing with astronomy or astrophotography, and you're just getting started and you have those general questions on how to get started, our community, they are a fantastic group of men and women. Share that information onto our Discord channel or onto our Discord server. And if not Dan or myself or others within who are on that on the Discord server, they'll be more than happy to help you out and answer those questions. So do not forget to go ahead and click on that thumbs up and give us a like. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and just on a side note, we are this close to breaking 100 members on Discord. We're at 96. So
that's incredible.
So that's amazing. So smash that like button if you like what we're doing. Even if you don't like any of us here on the screen, just hit the like button anyway. Well,
I can't say much about any of you guys, but everybody loves me. I'm just pretty.
I love you,
I'm
Eric.
Man.
I love you. Man.
Everybody that's on black.
I'd be like, what was it? It's what was it? What's it?
It's,
the Duke.
It's brown sugar. Brown sugar.
It's it, man.
Eric,
I'm cinnamon. I am brown sugar cinnamon.
Eric, let's be honest. We all come on because we want to see the shirt that Scott's wearing, right?
I know, right? That's it. That is it. That's the lure right there. That's the lure.
It is no, actually, it was a lure turned into a shirt. It looked like, but
it does kind of look like a fishing lure.
Like a
doesn't
fishing
it?
lure. Yeah, it does.
It doesn't
Well,
kind of
it's
look
a
like
fishing shirt. So
The fish, what's that fish called?
Oh my goodness.
Just like that fish.
All right, let's get on with this beautiful disaster here.
Yes.
Let me see.
Speaking of beautiful disasters, I cannot wait. I know somebody mentioned it earlier. Wayne Parker, thank you.
Oh, we'll get there.
Thank you.
We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. We'll get there.
I cannot wait. Can't wait.
So December 10th, if you haven't heard out by now, we have a thing going on called Astropalooza. We have another guest, everybody.
What?
We do.
What? There's more?
There's more. So it looks like Tom Bramwell's going to be on with Prima Luce. We're gonna try and get Filippo, but I think he's traveling, unfortunately, so he's not gonna be able to make it. And just some scheduling notices on that. Everybody's going to be live on the show, with the exception of one. The person that's not going to be live is Adam Block. He is making a video for us. He wanted to be on the show and he wanted to do, but he has other engagements going on. Busy guy. But he wanted to be involved, and he's going to be sending us some tips and tricks on pixel math, which is going to be pretty cool. And he also said, put all your questions in the chat. I'm going to compile them and send it to him to be answered. So that was really nice for him.
That's awesome. Really appreciate that.
December 14th, Craig Stocks from Utah Desert Remote Observatories is going to be making his second appearance on AstroWorld. And then it's Christmas, I think, or just about after that. Don Goldman, January 4th. And I think I got a wrong date on here. Me and Eric were going back before I get to the slide. but I think I have a wrong date on here. But January 4th, Don Goldman will be on from Astrodon. Yes, I do. It's a wrong date. Okay. So the 18th is this. So this is RFT Stars. This is, and Eric, why don't you talk about it since it's your creation?
Yeah, Reach for the Stars and Carlos. They are a nonprofit based out of Tucson, Arizona, I believe.
Yes.
They do some fantastic work with children, with children who are suffering from mental health issues like a lot of our kids are nowadays, but they work with them through their mental health issues through astronomy. And Carlos and his wife and others, a part of Reach for the Stars, they have. I spent some time chatting with Carlos. He is an Air Force veteran, and he is doing some incredible work. They don't just do astronomy; they do food services to help out with kids in need and the families in need out in their community. It is absolutely fantastic. We're going to, just like we did with Lima, with LAS, we're going to do the same thing. And hopefully, I would really appreciate everybody to come on and hear from Carlos. He's going to do a presentation, talk about his work with these amazing kids. And if we can, as far as the community, help Carlos and these kids out, it would be absolutely amazing. But once you hear his story and Reach for the Stars, you'll be pretty amazed at what they do. It's pretty incredible. Really, really is.
Yeah, I mean, oh no, that is the right date. I'm sorry, that is the right date. The 11th. I'm sorry. We went back and forth so many times between the 11th, the 12th, and the 18th. I didn't even know what day it was. So I was looking at my text messages from you, and you confirmed the 11th. So it is that date is correct. It is the 11th. So I just want to clarify that before I totally screw up things here. But yeah, so that is going to be awesome. And if we have the turnout that we had out for Lima, maybe we could throw them a check for a couple $100 just like we did to Lima. So
but so actually just check out their website, RFT stars.com or .org rather. And and just read about, their story and what they're trying to do to help these children out, because it is pretty amazing. It really, really is.
It's really cool. And if you look at I think it's the bottom of the front page on the website, there's a nice little 2-minute video on what RFT is all about. And they speak, I think it's him and his wife. They speak really, really well, and they explain it in very, very great terms. So it's really an interesting organization, and I'm glad Eric brought that up to us, because it's nice to do nice things, So
just the season to be giving, right?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Absolutely. It certainly is.
So I saw a question from Gary Albin up there really quick about the Nix 101. So the Nix from Pegasus, it is out, Gary. It's out. It's out there. It's released already. However, it's in, I guess you could say, it's kind of like the PlayStation 5. It came out, and then it's like, you can't get them. You can't get them. So it looks like I may be getting a couple, and I'll do a little quick look-see and see if they came in. They said mid-December that they would be hitting in most of the stores. So hopefully we'll be able to get a look at that, because so far I've been able to test the AM5, the HEM 27, and I'll be able to test the Nix. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I got a video of all three of them, so it's going to be a kind of cool little video on it. So, nice. But it's so far, I gotta say, with the exception of a couple of, tweaks with the HEM 27 that I kind of thought was unnecessary, performance-wise, very similar with a slight edge on the AM5 for me. There's a couple of things with the HEM 27 kind of annoying about, the hand controller, the changing over to Losmandi process. It's really, I thought it was really unnecessary if you could just put a saddle on there, a dual saddle, you know what I mean? But
that's one thing. They did it for the 70 and for the 60. Why can't they do the same thing for the, HEM, 27 and the 44? I don't get it.
I think I haven't seen the 44 yet. So
it's basically the same thing.
But the AM5, the saddle on the AM5 is about the same dimensions as
Mhm.
the HEM27.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason why you can't have a dual saddle like the AM5 has, just
Yeah.
there. Instead of, you literally have to remove 6 screws and flip the saddle plate around in order to turn it into a Los Mandi. And then if you want to go back to Vixen, you got to do the same thing in reverse all over again. So it's kind of like, I don't know, to me, and Pete, we talk about this all the time. Why can't the engineers just get together and do what works? I don't understand.
Dan, it's so funny is that I keep thinking is picture this, an engineer, you need to be out when it's completely dark and you need to reach around. So you need to be able to have big knobs that you know where they're at.
Yep.
You don't need to have these things where you got to go ahead under a light to be able to change over a saddle plate if you're running Vixen. Or I mean, that is the most absurd I've ever heard. Hopefully the whole pattern means that you could probably put in a saddle that can accept a Los Mandi D series or a Vixen. Otherwise, that right alone, I would say absolutely.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: the way the HEM27 is, I know we spoke about this on a couple shows, but this for everybody who's new. They have a wire harness that goes up through the middle that hooks up the USB hub that's on the saddle. So you can't exchange that saddle without taking out that USB.
Oh man.
So and see, this is the thing that I just don't understand is that the saddle that they made, that they incorporated and built up for the CEM60 and the 70, it had everything integrated. Yep. Why couldn't they have done the same thing with the 27 or the 44? And I think even the CEM40 is the same way, where everything is integrated. If I'm not mistaken, the saddle and the USB, everything is integrated. But I don't get it. But I don't know what their engineers, what the premise is, what their engineers were thinking on this. I really don't.
Dan, maybe you ought to have their engineers call you and I, because we sell this product, so we can give them ideas of what they really need.
Exactly. Not even that. It's just like, before it goes out, just send it out to test and get some in the field,
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing send it to us. I mean, I'd be happy to send it to us.
Yeah, I mean, send it to Sean, send it to Trevor, send it to whoever.
Anybody. Send it to Joe. Send it Joe Schmo on the corner. That's
exactly. Anybody. But I don't get it. I honestly don't, because I love the 60. It's my I'm never getting rid of that mount. But it's just a head scratcher. It really, really is. Anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to look at the HEM 44 now, and I know we spoke about the saddle and the 27. I'm not sure if the 44 has the same issue, but we're gonna have to look at that because I can't get the manual up. But
go ahead, Dan.
No, I just saw a comment about the CQ350 that just
the 350.
I guess the Skywatcher version of the I guess it's the CEM70 because it's a 75-pound mount, but not 75-pound mount, but 75-pound payload. Well, EQ8 is 110 pounds, so it's a little different there, Dave. Hey.
Yeah, my goodness, though, doesn't this sucker look like the?
It looks exactly like the 70.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so a couple of exciting stuff. Yeah, same motors and driver. Yep, absolutely. But it's what you call it? The Skyshed S right?
Skyshed Pod S.
Yeah. So pretty
Big, big.
interesting.
Yeah, it's taller.
Taller.
It's taller. It's motorized. They
Now-
built it bigger, faster,
Now it's
stronger,
got the
better.
length and the girth.
Yes, and the
It's
girth.
got them both. but
I'm so excited. I'm like a big kid at Christmas.
yeah, I know. But unfortunately, I was talking to Dave, who's in the chat. And for me, you know, as far as Skyshed is concerned, because that's what I'm looking at for my backyard.
Yeah, me too.
Until I move, I don't know if a motorized one is the right one to get at this point in time for me. But if I could just push it back, you know what I mean? Get that shelf with the pushback.
Oh yeah, the PTZ.
Yeah, the PTZ.
Yeah, but the thing is that you can use the older Skyshed Pod base with the dome, with this new S dome. You can go either taller walls, you can go with the original shorter walls. I mean, it's a great leap that they've done. I can't wait for, you know, Robin already said she was going to let me get an observatory, so I'm holding her to it. But now that they've come out with the Pod S, yeah, baby, it's like.
and you know what? I'm gonna have to throw a shout out to Amy Astro. I saw her post about, you know, if you follow Amy Astro, if you don't do so, because she's just awesome, and she's been on the show as well. But she was saying, why couldn't you just come out with this 3 months ago?
Because I know
she literally has spent the last 4 or 5 months building her roll-off roof and everything in the dome and everything. And now she's like, if that came out, I would have gotten it. But you know what?
But then you're mentioning the PTZ. You know, with the new S Pod.
Yep.
Now it goes
past
further
Zenith.
back, so you have Zenith now.
Yep.
So that's really cool. So it's just like, yeah, this is pretty darn slick. The only thing with me is that a lot of the targets that I'm imaging, they don't actually go up to zenith.
Yep.
You know, so for me, it doesn't really matter. But because I'm usually much more like maybe, I don't know, 50 degrees, 60 degrees, something like that. Of, you know, or a lot of my targets, especially with me facing, you know, pointing towards the north and the east, are my two best areas. Although I can get about 25 degrees to the south. I mean, anything lower than 25 or 30 degrees, I'm hitting the roof of my house. But anything above that, it's good. But still, just to have that, it's pretty slick. And this would also, because it is motorized, of course, I'd have to definitely move over to Nina. And Sean was actually working with Wayne to get it integrated.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Nina.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he was working on it, and I think they got it going. So it's working with Nina. So it's just all this stuff, and they're saying that it's supposed to hit Q2 of 2023, I believe.
Yeah, middle of the year. Yep.
Yeah, middle of the year. So they haven't released pricing yet, but they're saying it could be between 30 to 50% more. But it's all good. I personally would like the taller walls, because I've seen, you know, and I've been around the Skyshed pods, and I would rather have those taller walls, could make it easier for me to get in and get out.
Yep.
Instead of having to crawl, get on my hands and knees and crawl in. So yeah. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, clamshell design is nice. Then you don't have to worry about anything. You know, Next Dome and the batters, Astro Haven, all those guys with the clamshells are really nice, but it does come with a price.
Yes,
You
it
know,
does.
Astrohaven, Batter, they're really premium. Next Dome, they're all premium observatories. That literally, when you got that, you don't have to worry about rotation. You don't have to worry about, aligning everything offsets. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. But
Yeah.
it's a type of clamshell.
It is kind of a clamshell.
It's kinda
like it. Yeah. But I mean, again, we were talking of, a while back, there was a question I think last week about where are we as far as within astrophotography and in astronomy? Are we in, the first half or second half of, astrophotography as far as where are we? Are we in the first, second, third, or fourth quarter? This is another thing to show. We are still very much, I think, in the second quarter or closer to halftime. There is so many more things that are coming and that are on the horizon that are just going to be game changers. So I don't think we've hit the real peak of what is possible when it comes to astronomy and astrophotography and all of the things and all of the products that are going to be available to us.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I mean, all this stuff that's coming out is gonna be great. One thing that we should talk about really quick is the voting. You got 2 more days left. Go, Pete.
Dan, before you guys get into that, I'm going to disappear for 10 minutes because the occultation starts at 6:34 where I'm at. So I just want to go out.
Skies, so
I got clear skies. So I'll be back. I'll be back in 10 minutes. So
no problem. At least I'll switch us over to 3 then.
Yeah, there it is, David. Yeah, the next thing, personal imaging satellites in orbit. That would be the next thing. We start working, Jeff Bezos, starts shooting out satellites, and we can start renting time on imaging satellites. Can you imagine if Musk or Bezos start doing stuff like that?
Yeah, really. That wouldn't surprise me, though.
That'd be so crazy. True, astro observatories, outer orbit observatories would be insane, for the masses.
Maybe when they start to retire Hubble, they'll start renting out time.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Good.
You just need the Pink Floyd remote observatory.
There you go.
Dark side of the moon.
Yep.
Dark side of the moon, yeah. That's it.
So I mean, if anybody wants to throw their pictures in the critique folder, feel free to throw some pictures in the critique folder and give us something to do tonight, because tonight was supposed to be Jeff Dickerman, and unfortunately we had an issue. But if we could sit here and BS all night, that's no problem. But if you give us stuff to kind of do, we'll do it, and ask questions, please.
Yep.
Ovechkin just got 794. Who cares? That guy's just too good. Anyway, so one thing we should really talk about is the voting, because some of the voting is lagging behind, and I don't think everybody understands that there's a lot of stuff to vote for over the next couple days. No, Dave, only you do. But anyway, but let's take a look real quick. Let me share my screen real quick and show everybody what's going on the webpage, because it's super long, man. It's crazy long. But if you take a look, here is the website, and under image contests, we got the picture of the week, the past picture of the week winner, and then we got the current picture of this is this week's picture of the week voting right here. And right now, we have only 8 votes with 2 days left. So everybody go to the website and vote.
Let's go. Get over there and vote. And
then we got the November picture of the month votes. Well, that we have 27. So somebody skipped something. So I think there's not much of a space here. I guess I need more of a space, or a bar or something because maybe they thought this was this, but and then you got the picture of the year voting, which starts on Friday, and then all the way past that we got the host picture of the year voting. Okay, and then we got all that, and that's got only 6 votes. So there's 4 things to vote for. So please, everybody, go to the website, astroworldweb.com, and then go right to the top, image contests, and go to the picture of the week, and please vote. Vote.
We need you to vote.
This picture of the year is coming soon. So.
Yep.
Because
coming.
December 9th, we crown the picture of the month for November, and then the voting begins. Let's see if we got anything in the critique folder. Let's see, anything new in the critique folder. Nothing new, nothing since December 2nd. So drop stuff in the critique folder. Somebody said I have a lobster claw somewhere. Somebody tell me where that is, because I don't see it in the critique folder. So what's up, Frank? Oh, Frank, by the way, I got the and Eric, by the way, your
Yes.
OCal came today.
Okay, good.
So
Good.
Yeah, Pete should live stream. Yeah, I know. Everybody's got cloud. I thought it was gonna be cloud. Yeah, but Jay, where is it? I don't see it in the critique folder. Yeah, I don't see it at all. Drop it back in there if you can. Oh yeah, Billy, you emailed me that one. That one I saw. I could do that, Billy. Give me 1 second. I'll get that. Where is Billy? Billy's Astro. Where are you? Of course, now I can't find it. It was in my email. There it is. Nope, that's something else.
That's just how we show you the love, Norm.
M81. I know you sent it to me. Where'd you send it to me, though? The critique folder. So the critique folder, all you got to do is go to the Astropod submissions where you would drop a picture of the week. In that folder is a critique folder. Drop it in there.
Yep.
I'm trying to find the one that Billy sent me.
What were you looking for, Pete?
Oh, I thought I
Pete's
could get
back?
my binoculars, but what happened is I missed it by 2 minutes.
Oh, no
It's already
way.
up.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
seriously.
Bummer, man. Get it on the other side in an hour.
That's what I figure. So, but you know what's interesting? Think about this. What are the chances and what are the mathematical probabilities that the Earth, the Moon, and Mars are all in a straight alignment?
Yep.
I mean,
Show me. Here it is. Show me. I just looks like I don't see the attachment, Billy. Can you send it to me again? I know
are we
you sent it to
critiquing?
me. Yeah, he sent me a picture last week to my email, and my email was on the fritz, and it was there. All right, we got some. We got some in the critique folder. Hold on. Billy, just drop it in the critique folder for me if you could, and I'll definitely put it up. Sorry about last week. My email was on the fritz. And we got a couple ones. Okay, here we go. Here's one. And let's see. Here we go. This is the first one I got. And there we go. You guys see that? Actually, I gotta check.
M33.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Hold on a second.
It's a mosaic.
Output.
There we go.
Let me get my ugly mug out of here. I don't even know why that's there. There we go.
It's a 4-panel mosaic, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did he say that? Because I don't see that. I'm sorry.
No, I can see it. I can see the panels.
You can see the panels?
Yeah.
I'm looking right. I don't see any panel lines at all. You might be right, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This is Mike G. Mike, is this a mosaic?
It looks like a 4-panel mosaic.
It's 130 millimeter scope. Nope, single image. Single image.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't see any lines. Maybe your TV's going, man.
No, it's not. It's not on the big TV.
Oh.
It was on the high resolution computer monitor. But it may have been just the resolution coming from YouTube.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. So I guess I don't know. The first.
It's a nice image.
It is a nice image. I like the HA. Yeah. It's not over kind of crazy.
Look at that. Look at that dark magenta one, small off to the right, upper right. Right there. Right there. Yep.
I guess what I'm curious about is these green specks. Actually, it might be just stars. Just seems kind of. I don't think these are stars. I don't know what this is. It could be just an artifact from the HA. I don't know.
From a distance, though, Dan, they look like star clusters. See how blue they are?
Yeah.
It's when you zoom in, they kind of get greener.
I want to add a comment.
That is a nice image.
It is a nice image. I like it.
Yep. I mean, for a low surface brightness target, I mean, the detail on the emission nebulas, I mean, look at that. I mean, that is such a great galaxy to image.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't there, I remember about 2 years ago, wasn't there an image taken of M33 that was what's the word I'm looking for? It had the most pixels, the most resolution of a galaxy that was ever taken. I remember that was like, what's this, 2020?
I really don't remember. I'm lucky. I'm lucky I remember last week.
I wonder if somebody maybe in the audience can remember that, maybe could just kind of submit that link and we could pull it up, because you could zoom in and the resolution was absolutely just so clear.
Yeah, kind of like what JWST is doing now.
Yep.
Some of the images coming out of that telescope are just absolutely mind-boggling.
I like it. It looks good. The only thing that bothers me is the green speckles, and I'm not really sure what that is. But everything else looks great. I mean, the data looks great. The clouds look great. The core is not overbearing. The stars aren't bloated and that blown out. Maybe a little star reduction, maybe up in here and over here. But overall, I think it's a pretty darn good image there, Mike. I wonder how many people when we do these critique things, and if we don't say anything nice, I wonder if anybody's cursing at us.
Yeah,
You'll never
you
know.
wonder.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I'm going home. Screw this, I'm going home.
No, but nice image, Mike. Nice image. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Little different take on this one.
Yeah.
Lobster, the bubble.
Yeah. What's the DSO at the top? I can't remember the name of it again.
Oh, I forgot.
Anybody can we zoom in a bit on this? I love, even okay, now head over to the left to that that cluster there. It's really nice.
They look like they're attached.
There is some haloing, on some of the, especially on the brighter stars.
Yeah.
And you have that one that's really green down at the bottom. I don't know if there was just an issue with that particular.
What this might mean to me, I think if you deconvolve this, this is an MM camera. If you deconvolve this, it looks like some of your global, I think it's the global bright, might be too high because you're getting these stars that are kind of connected and the haloing that Eric alluded to.
Yeah.
That could be me, and it could be the JPEG. So
yeah.
But I'm starting to see the haloing on everything actually.
Mm-hmm. This is where Bill Blanchard's star reduction.
Yep.
I think
the second one, I think, with the haloing.
Tool. Yeah, the second one. Yeah, would be great for that, especially for the haloing.
Yep. I like the detail. You know what I like? The detail here in the nebula right here around the bubble.
Yes.
Like the striations right here are really, really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But look at the detail inside the bubble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at that.
I think you got a lot of good data here. I like the purple. I like the purple. It's definitely different. And what is it? What is this? What did anyone figure that what that was? I forget what the name of that thing was. Let me see.
And Dan, it's got the green in there that you like by the lobster claw.
There's a little bit of green. I don't know if that's green. It's more like that's like a teal.
Oh, San Jose teal, right?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Those jerk offs. But I like the color. I like the whole thing. Again, just might be a little bit too heavy-handed on it. Maybe.
It's kind of got it's just got a malted look to it.
A little mottled, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was an MOLT malted or malted, something like that.
Well, MOLT is like the snake, where you lose its skin.
The
Modeled is more
Yeah.
like kind of like smushed, kind of like where you get like that kind of weird look at it. And that's, I think it's model, MOTTLED, if I remember right. I could be wrong. I was never good at English.
Malted. Yeah, there it is. Malted. MOTTLED. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, modeled, right? Yeah. So, but I think the date is definitely there. Just a matter
Date
of,
is there. Yeah.
yeah. But nice image. We got a bunch now. Everyone's putting stuff in. Oh, I got to put up Billy's because I can't skip this one. So here we go. Billy Beckett.
So you can see the difference between what a malted image looks like and what a clear image looks like. You know, even when you zoom in, it's just like night and day.
It's all about the here. I think it's all about the background noise reduction.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the definition in the cigar is awesome. The background may be a little bit too dark for me. I'm not sure without seeing it. I think you might, and I could be wrong, I think you might be losing a little bit of detail in odes because the darks are crushed so much. But the detail in the galaxies are really nice. You know what you might want to try also is something that I learned from the Masters of PixInsight. And what you might want to try is there's a lot of magenta stars in there. And a real quick and easy, now this isn't the preferred way to do it, but a real quick and easy way to kind of get rid of those magenta stars is to invert the image and do like a half SCNR to get rid of green, because the inverse of magenta is green. So when you invert the image, you turn the magenta green, you get rid of the green, and then you invert the picture again back to the normal, and now you have no magenta stars. Now that does kind of get rid of some of the color in the stars, so it's not the preferred way to do it, but if you just want a quick and easy way of getting some magenta out of the stars, just make sure you do a mask on only the stars. You don't want to ruin the galaxies.
Pull that image back up again, Dan, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
What I would do is you got a lot of empty space there, and you really want to kind of draw your eye into, yeah, there you go. So definitely what I would do is definitely do a crop. That'll kind of get rid of what we're talking about in the background and just kind of focus on what you got in the cropped image.
And I think even I do this. When I take a picture, I want to use the whole picture, man, at least as much as I can. And I think I do the same thing that Billy does, is that why I mean, I get the point. I understand the composition is important, but I hate cropping good data. I really do.
See the difference between the galaxies here in the last image. There's a lot more nebula complex that was around that whole area. Here, there's no nebula complex. If there was, say, IFN, yeah, you could probably keep it, but there's just empty space with just a lot of stars.
It's just
so definitely, I agree.
Who needs stars? We don't need stars. We don't need no stinking stars.
Uh-oh. Scott's muted. Scott's muted.
I didn't mute him.
That's me. I did it to myself. I was saying that Bodes is better at long focal lengths anyway.
It can be, definitely when you're just doing one of them. But the same thing with the cigar galaxy. The definition that you get in the middle of anything at a long focal length, you're going to get a lot more definition out of it just from the sheer light gathering power of the optics. But you know, I mean, when you're doing something like this where you want the two of them in one, I think it looks really, really good to me. So
Well, take a look at today's APOD. Take a look at today's OPD and look how he's cropped that as an image if he had it and it had much more of just empty space with a bunch of stars. I mean, today's APOD is really phenomenal.
yeah, I'll
Just
show it to
absolutely
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
But you see how he's cropped in, and it really brings your eye in. Whereas if he had a lot more space in the back, you kind of lose the dynamic of what this image is.
Right.
Nice. All right. Let's see what's next.
Next one.
What else we got here? Let's see. We got M27 from another one from Billy. Well, he did the same thing I did. Hold on. Well,
Dumbbell.
Dumbbell, and you did the same thing I did, Billy. You saturated the crap out of it. You know.
Okay, Simon.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing just to see what kind of definition I can get out of it and see if there was more there.
The same color as my shirt.
It almost is. You know, we could call it the alligator shirt, alligator nebula.
There you go.
But yeah, I definitely think it's a little oversaturated. It looks like that the stars are, you got some tracking issues somewhere. You see what I'm saying? All the stars are kind of bloopy. They're bloopy. Going back into the left or back into the right. I think it's so saturated. I could just barely make out the central star.
Yeah, you're right.
I could just barely. I mean, if I show you, I did the same exact thing. If I let's see, just to see if there was stuff there. If I can find it real quick. Where's my C drive? You know, you have a problem when you can't find your C drive. You know, you have too many hard drives when you can't find your C drive. And see that, and that's what I did. I oversaturated it to the point where you can't kind of see it, you know. And I oversaturated this. Look at the stars; they're all a mess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, you got the panda eyes around the stars.
Oh, dude, it's horrible. Look at that.
Yeah, look at the panda.
The panda.
Yeah, they call it panda eyes around the stars. You see the dark circles around the star?
Yeah. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
So this is 2 hours and 20 minutes of data, and I processed this in 12 minutes.
Oh.
Look at the heading. 2 hours and 20 minutes, 12-minute process.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what I could get, but I'm sure I could get a lot better if I actually did my normal workflow. But
right.
There's a little bit of trailing too, also in that image. You notice that the stars are kind of diagonal, southwest, northeast.
Yep, southwest, northeast.
So looks like that's definitely either tracking or a polar alignment issue. But definitely potential.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of data there. So where is missing this? Let's see, Billy. So I
was going to say, it almost kind of looked like Scott's shirt, didn't it?
What happened?
Didn't that image kind of look like Scott's shirt?
A little bit.
So Mike, I have a NAS and I have a 4-bay NAS underneath my thing. But I have so many hard drives that are just like partitioned with people that are just, I just give people space on my NAS, like people that want to give me like data to kind of look at. I'll say drop it here, and just so it doesn't go on the cloud, it goes directly to me, and I don't have to download it, the whole thing. And I'll give them a little, a little partition or a little folder where they just have access to that, and when they're done, I delete it. But it makes it a little bit easier. But it's, I got 6 hard drives in my tower. You know what I mean? Plus the NAS that's partitioned 8 different ways. I mean, it's such a mess. Anyway, I'm ready to get it's to the point where I'm gonna get the extension for this. I think it's the 618. It's a 6-bay extension for this. So we'll see. You don't need to map everything. I know, but I do. It makes it easy, but maybe not. Anyway, going to the next one. Let's see what we got here for the next one. Next one. Ooh, we got Billy. I'm skipping one. You gave me 3. I'm skipping one of yours now. Let's go to Josh. Josh sent us a couple. Josh sent us one. He sent us 2 of the same thing, but let's see if this will load up. There we go. Oh, I guess it's one starless and one is, let's see. Takes a while to load. Yeah, one is starless. Okay, so here we go. Here's this one. There we go. Oh, I thought there was APP.
No, it's not me.
It's somebody's clock.
Yeah.
Well, that's my clock.
In there.
Yeah, that's my chime clock.
Gotcha.
So it looks like we got the flaming star.
Yep,
without the flaming star without the star. So if this is the flaming star without the star, is this the flame?
Yeah, that's the flaming. Yeah, this basically is the flame. The flaming L, or the flaming.
It's a flaming Nike swoosh.
The flaming apostrophe.
The flaming comma or something.
Yeah. It's not a comma. It's an apostrophe.
That's right. Flaming apostrophe.
Or if you're into music, it could almost be a bass clef, maybe, if you're into that.
Yeah. Question: is it in focus?
Well, you know what? I'll show you the star one now. He gave us both the starless and the stars. So.
Because it almost looks like a soft. Okay, we're coming. Okay.
Give it a second. There you go. It's taking a little bit to load up. It's a high definition image, so
yeah.
It's definitely in focus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at a little cluster there.
Oh wow, this is some really nice detail.
Yeah,
it is nice detail. To be honest with you, I kind of like more of the stars than I did the star reduction or star elimination.
Yeah.
Look at the detail in here.
There's A.E. Origi right there. Look at that.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And man, I'm starting to see. Is it me? It might be the JPG that's doing it.
Is it a TIFF or a JPEG you got here, Dan? Probably JPEG.
It's a PNG.
Oh, okay.
I was starting to see like that half white, half blue star thing.
Yeah, right. You can see it on those main stars right there, Dan, to your right at the 5 o'clock position.
Here.
Right there.
Here. Up here. Here.
Yep. Was this with the camera lens?
Let's
because
see
it's
what
such a wide
Josh
field.
is
This has
out
got to
there.
be
So
this got to be a 200 or a 300 millimeter focal length because you got such a wide field of view.
oh yeah, Josh is the one that's had the same problem the last time. Yeah, the star picture is definitely better than the starless one, I think. It's a 4-panel mosaic.
Okay.
Adam Black suggested that I need to use a pedestal to fix the waffling, but I did that. I can't figure out what's going on, but it's happening in the top left and low right. Which camera, Josh? Which camera is this? The 2600, if I remember right. Trying to remember which one. I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember. I deal with so many people and cameras. I don't remember what you have. And what scope is that also? It's right. The T7. Yeah, T7. That's
Okay.
right.
So this could be an issue. Is that it's uncooled, so you're going to definitely have a lot of noise from the heat. So that could cause a lot of the noise that we're seeing right in there.
Yeah, so it's a
And
T7
once
and a Red
again,
Cat.
in a Red Cat, is that an APO or a doublet?
It's a Petzl.
It's a Pestle design. Okay. So then why is he getting the stars to have half blue, half white?
I would love to see if it's a T7. I would love to see one debayered shot, just one frame, and see if it's in the one. Is it? Well, Josh, you probably know this. Is it in the one single frame, or does it happen to show up as you move on through your process? So that'd be a big thing, because if it's in the first frame on the raw data, then we can narrow that down.
Yeah, you can have it all through all your stack frames.
So yeah, no, he had an image last week, the same thing, but then he had another image where it wasn't there. So yeah, upload one. Yeah, upload a debayered image, just one debayered image.
Yep. I'd like to see what that looks like.
Yep. Because Josh, you've been going back and forth because some pictures you don't have that issue, and some pictures you do have the issue. So something either changes with the system or the process. Not sure what it is until we kind of. Oh no,
Right.
the clip-in filters. Damn, I hate those things.
Yeah.
I hate those things. And let's see if you dropped it in there yet. Let me refresh this. Not yet. Let me know when it's in there. We'll get
Let's
back.
go on the next one, Dan.
Yeah.
It could be. But let's take a look at the single one and let's see. Let's see what is next. We got Billy again. Let's see. We got. That's done. All right, Billy. It's going to be the night of Billy Beckett tonight. Here we go.
Oh, I like trapezium.
Yeah, he's got them all in there.
He doesn't have them all. There's 6.
He doesn't?
Yeah, but that's the resolution of the.
Yeah, there's 6. No, the ones that you get are usually 4, but there are 6. Remember?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you remember the picture? And I'm going to go back in the early days of the show somewhere, and I got to look back to see somebody imaged ENF.
Yep.
In the trapezium, and he said he got it, and he showed it to us, and it was,
I remember that.
Yeah, he imaged. I don't know what the scope was. I don't remember who it was, but it was pretty cool. But anyway, But the good thing about this is that the trapezium is there.
Yes.
It's not blown out.
Now let's take a
Which
look
is
at the
easy to
stars.
do.
Those around those stars.
Take a look at the what?
Take a look at that star right below. Go down right there. Now there's a little halo around that star. Just a
Little
blue
bit.
halo, not much, just a little bit.
Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
but also, yeah. But it's not distracting. That's the nice thing about it. It's not a distracting halo. So
No.
And I love the Running Man. It's really nice.
Yeah. What I would do here is just to add a little bit, just a slightly little bit more contrast to pull out, the differential between the dark and the white areas, between the pink and the red. A little bit more structure to be able to pull out. Dan, where's your cursor? If you kind of move just to the left at about the 10 o'clock position. Nope, to the left, Dan. Right there. You see the structures, the structures, right? Where's your cursor, Dan? Okay, go down just a little bit. Okay, now go to your right and you see all that structure right in there. Yeah, right in there. A little bit, maybe pulling up the detail on that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something stupid? Does the Orion Nebula look stretched, like lengthened? Does it look too wide?
Does it look too wide?
Yeah. Does it look too wide? It looks wide too. It looks like an oval.
Well, it's a different perspective that we're looking at. Remember, we're looking at it from a lateral perspective instead of a vertical perspective. Remember, we always see it in that kind of vertical perspective. So this way, we're looking at it from a lateral. So it kind of gives that illusion.
Does it? Maybe. Could be me. Could be the wine.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta admit, this is a different perspective of the Orion Nebula that I've never seen before. Now the question is what I would do is take a look at the far edges. What is that, malted over there? I would crop all that.
It looks like the image was processed without being cropped first.
Well, maybe not being completely cropped.
And the thing is, go ahead.
The bottom and the right
artifacts.
All down here and up the right side. Now the thing is, what's gonna affect this and what's gonna be a problem here is if you do something like a DBE, let's say, and you place samples in this uncropped area, it's going to throw off your samples of the background.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to make your DBE look a little screwed up.
Well, what I would recommend if you wanted to go into Photoshop, how you could definitely, as I said, crop that image out. But when we're talking about structure, you can get into do sharpening, do a little bit of sharpening, do a Gaussian blur, and maybe push that Gaussian blur at about maybe 65%, and you'll really start to find that deviation between the sharpness and where the contrast is. But I would put a little bit more contrast in that image.
Let's see. You just put that in there. Let's see. There it is. There's the light. Okay, so let's see. I gotta download this real quick. You got some cosmetic correction in there, it looks like, as well. And I'm opening up the light about that, Josh's light with the T7. I'm going to bring it on over to the other screen. I'll give it a stretch. And we'll give it another stretch. Okay, and then let's take a look and we'll look at it together. Here we go. So here is Josh's raw image. debayered, cosmetically corrected. And there is nothing here that would, this is a super stretch too. This is a, so this would tell me right off the bat, I don't see this problem that you're having in your raw images. Which leads me to believe that it's in your processing somewhere along the way. And that would make sense to me because it happens in some photos and not the others. Here's somebody clapping away on the keyboard.
Yeah, that's me.
You answering people?
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got next? No, is that it?
Yeah, I mean, you could do drizzle on these, definitely. It could definitely, I'll bring it back up again. This could definitely, now, Josh, you said you had the T7 with the red cat, right? So let's just, for fun, just for fun, let's go to economy.tools and take a look and see the calculators, CCD suitability, and it should be fine, I think. Canon, a custom scope, you got a red cat. Zenith Star, red cat, no. 51, yes. Camera, Canon, and of course they don't have the 7 Ti. You remember what? Let's see. Canon T7. Specs.
First of all, see what the read noise is on this camera.
That's probably fairly high, but
I guarantee you it's high because you can see that in the image.
and image sensor, autofocus, exposure, shutter. I hate when they do this. They always do this other stuff that has nothing to do with astrophotography. So 3.7. So it's 3.7. That doesn't really matter. So there you go. You're at 3.05 arc seconds per pixel.
So definitely look at that. You're pushed to the red.
Yep. They're definitely undersampling. So your photos could definitely benefit from drizzling there. Oh, what happened here? Did we lose the feed?
No. Feed's still up.
Yep.
Is YouTube down?
No.
Or is it
No,
me?
we're fine. I think it could be just you.
It is. All right, it was just me. There we go. So yeah, so you could definitely benefit with some drizzle.
But take a look at the noise, though. There's a lot of noise, and that's the problem with DSLR. It's uncooled. You got a lot of noise you got to contend with, and you can see that right now. Look at the matrix in that image. Look at the green, the red, the blue. That's the one issue always with DSLRs. You just, Josh, I'd always suggest get a cooled camera. Believe me, it'll be so much better.
Let's see, he's got. And don't get me wrong. A lot of
Definitely,
people
even if you start out with even starting out with maybe even a 183 or a 294
well,
one shot.
The 183 on a red cat because that's what I use on my Red Cat. It's almost a perfect match with that
Yeah.
with that scope. And
So
it just turns out to be one of the, I think it's the cheapest entry level CMOS camera out there by ZWO. If I remember right. I
Mhm.
could be wrong, but I think it is.
So what was the model
That and
number
the
on that
533.
camera? Was that a T? Was that a
I think it
T6?
was a,
It was a
I
T7.
thought it was
T7.
Yeah,
T7.
7.
Okay.
So it's a 3. Was it a, what did I say, 3.7 micron?
Hey Scott, what camera do you have? I know you use Nikons for DSLRs, but you've got a 290. You're using a 294 or 2600 with your
Yeah,
14
no, they're both
inch.
2600s. The one shot color and the
20
mono.
You got the 2400
2600.
monos,
26.
26.
2600s. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. So just to show you my screen real quick, this is the Red Cat 51 and the 183. It's a little bit on the high end, but I mean, you're right in the right in the sweet spot at 1.98 arc seconds per pixel.
Yep.
you want to be under 2 and higher than 2/3. So, for me, I still drizzle a little bit on this, but you're not going to get anything smaller than 2.4 micron in a cool camera.
Right.
So that's,
What's the 533?
see, the 533. Who cares? It's square. 3.76. So you're the same as
Yeah.
the T7. So
Yeah.
I think the 183 is the smallest micron size for a cool camera that they have.
I think it is. I think you're right.
I don't think they make anything less than 2.4.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a cool camera, let me know. Yeah, it's 1020.
Yeah, I just put a link for DSLRs. This is the best place. It's DxO Mark. It gives you all the sensor characteristics of DSLR cameras.
What is it called?
I just put it up there on the. If you look, I just sent it. It's called DxO, and it has all the sensor characteristics that you want for DSLR cameras. So the
the 294, so the 294 is a funny camera. In certain binning, you get lower, but natively, 294 is like the black sheep of the family, kind of thing when it comes to binning and pixel size. They don't run by the same rules with the 294. It's special. But for 294 is also about $200 more than the 183. No. Yeah, but Josh, I'll tell you that drizzle is going to help you with the shape of the stars. However, that blue, white, yellow, orange thing you got going on, that's somewhere else down the road. That's not because of drizzling or not drizzling. Drizzling is going to help you with your shapes on the stars. All right, 2.315. All right. So instead of 2.4, you're at 2.315. So it's 0.085 microns smaller than the 183.
What, the 294 mono bin when you bin one?
Bin one.
Yeah.
So,
but
go ahead.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, but how often? I mean, yeah, if you go that route, but that means you'd have to end up getting filters and
Yep.
all that other, buying more.
Yep.
So personally, I would stick with the 183.
I love the 183 for that scope. I really do.
Yes. Yes. The only downside is that, but you can calibrate it out, is
The
that
amp glow.
the 183 has horrible amp glow,
Both sides.
but you can calibrate it out.
It's got both sides. It's got stuff on both sides.
Yeah. You can calibrate that out, but that's the one downside with the 183, because that was actually my first dedicated Astro camera. And that was one of the things when I first got started, I did not understand what amp glow was, and I kind of freaked out, wondering what are these starbursts or what is this going on here, until I started asking people, and it explained to me what amp glow was. But yeah, that's the only thing that I would say.
I'll show you a picture right now I took with the 183, and I've been showing it a couple times. So I did a couple of things with this image. So everybody knows that I've been working on the if you have been watching, I've been working on this 1,000 and whatever 1,100 sub. It's got you awake. Oh my goodness, Scott! Fire!
He's got one eye open, like, yeah, what do you want?
Oh, God. Scott, go take a nap, bro. It's okay.
But seriously, seriously, that's the one thing. You can definitely calibrate that out.
Yeah. Here's going to be the 183 when I show you something. So this is no process right out of Drizzle integration. So, there's nothing to it. But this is the 183 Red Cat combo right here. Okay, that's after calibration, just straight out of Drizzle integration.
Yep.
So that's what kind of framing you're going to get. Now, again, I've done nothing to this yet. This is literally just, I don't think I've done anything to this. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
And just a DBE I did. That's it. I cropped it and DBE'd it. That's the only thing I've done to it yet. But I mean, if I show you what these stars look like, right? Do I have it? Do I have the? I'm sure I do. File, open. Let's see. 131, and let's do master light, and it's not there. Okay. Let's just do a calibrated. And if you take a look at some of the stars, and this is not before debayered, you can see that they're kind of blocky.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so now they're a lot more rounded and resolved because of the drizzle that I put on it. Now, in order to drizzle 1,069 photos, it took a hell of a long time. But
how long is 100? How long is a long time?
3, almost 4 hours with a Ryzen 9 and 128 gig of RAM.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it took 3 hours. And I had to integrate this manually with I couldn't use WBPP. It kept on crashing because of the amount of files that you had. I had to lower the buffer size. I know we spoke about this in the prior show. I had to lower the buffer size of it so it would actually take bits of the picture, because there were so many pictures. It had to split up the rows into different processes in order to stack it all. And so I had to actually do it in image integration after it was calibrated and debayered in WBPP.
So what does that tell us? That tells us something, that we can always try to accomplish the result in post-processing, whereas if we thought up front we get everything that is needed for the correct image scale, we get good data in, we get good data out.
Yep.
So that's the secret. I mean, if you've got time to be able to drizzle, no problem. I mean, if you got the computer capacity, RAM, and time to do it, God bless. But if you don't, definitely buy once, cry once. Get the right equipment up front for the specific scope that you're using.
Yep. Absolutely. And Josh, if you want, again, I know I offer this to everybody. If you want one of us to take a look at your data and you want to throw us like 10 lights, 10 darks, 10 flats, 10 bias or dark flat, send it to us, throw it, and we'll throw it in there. We'll take a look at it together and we'll see. I don't think it's a sensor issue because it happens in some and not others.
Maybe it could be a DVD thing.
Could be.
Could be.
And I don't think you're getting chromatic aberration with the Red Cat. If it is, it'll be the first I'm hearing of it.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
It's just
no Red Cat.
If he's using that Canon T7, I mean, God, look at the noise. I mean, that's a very noisy camera. And you're going to definitely be just dealing with that noise. I mean, I would honestly say take a look at the really, you know, you can get a cool camera, honestly. For
Yeah,
I mean, they're so
$800.
I mean, seriously, they are so inexpensive now. You can't afford not to get one.
Was that you, Eric, or was that another half hour? That's a half-hour clock. Sorry.
Yeah. That wasn't me.
You know what? I'm wondering now that you say that, Pete. I'm wondering that if you're overcompensating for the noise, it could be a noise reduction thing making those color changes.
Well, that one image there, if you kind of notice, it's like, you know, behind me here, I've got that cool Q-Tech camera. I mean, I had a Canon 5D, and that's kind of what I started learning on. But man, that is the noisiest camera that Canon actually has. That was the Mark I version. And like, you know, like that image, there was all that malted red, blue, green noise.
Yep.
And finally, it was just like, you know what? I know what I'm dealing with. And I just thought, I just got to get a cool camera. So that's when I reached out to Ted, and Ted had this particular DSLR. And I thought, well, I'll just get this one as my one-shot color camera. And once again, this pulls down to minus 30 degrees below ambient, which is kind of nice. So, I mean, for a quick and easy get up, just get out there, take images for one night. Yeah, it's great.
Mhm.
If you're at a star party, definitely, Dan, as you said, get a cool monochrome with a filter wheel, because you can do your LRGB during the course of one or two nights, and then do your narrowband for the next, third night or fourth night.
Yeah.
But believe me, it really pays to get a cool camera, no question about it. You're going to be just beating yourself against the wall because of the noise. Of the DSLRs right now, the Canon, of the DSLRs right now, the best DSLR low read noise is the Canon 6D Mark I version, or the Canon 7D. Those are the only two that right now from Canon that have the lowest read noise.
Tarek's asking, is a non-cooled camera like a planetary camera good enough for stars only? Just for stars, not necessarily for the DSOs itself. What do you guys think as far as just for the stars?
If you're just using the stars and doing, really short exposures, I don't see a problem with it. If you're just using it for star color.
Right.
That's the key, Dan. What is it that you're doing? Star color? Or are you just looking for clusters? Are you looking for like the Pleiades? Are you looking for the double cluster? I mean,
yeah, he's saying star colors only.
Yeah, if just only for the star colors, then probably so. But if you're going for an actual, open cluster like the Pleiades or the double star cluster or M13 or things like that, then probably not. But if it's just generally for getting that star color for your DSOs that you've already done the work with those, then yeah, probably so. Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't see a problem with that. Again, you keep them to really short exposures. If you're doing like,
Mhm.
30 seconds or less, um, and just
So
doing it just for the star call, get like an hour worth of 30, get so 120 30-second shots. Go ahead.
so
Yeah.
quick question. Josh says he's using auto for a DSLR.
I'm sorry.
Why are you what I mean, look at Josh. He just posted. He says he's using auto. The debayer pattern is in my fits. So typically with Canon, the debayer pattern is an RGGB format.
Which is most,
But
yeah.
when you
Right.
say auto, can you explain that? Are you setting the dial setting for auto? You should really set that at bulb,
No,
because
I
once
I think he's talking about the debayering process where it's judging the Bayer pattern. The Bayer pattern notification is set to auto, so whatever's written into the FITS file.
okay, because typically the software that you're going to use, it will definitely allow you, if you're going to use a DSLR, to be able to set what the debayer pattern is. So I do know for Canons,
Right.
it's RGB.
Yeah, and most ZWO cameras are the same. I think all of them are
Yeah.
RGB, and
Yeah,
that's
the ZWO cameras are RGGB as well.
and I think
For their
all
debayer pattern.
QHY cameras are RGB, and that's why, if in case you newbies out there want to know, that's why when you stretch your picture out of the stack and you don't and you do a length stretch, it turns green. And the reason why it turns green is because you have two green pixels, one red, one blue, to make one square pixel. So that's why it turns green. So you got to do an unlength stretch, so it'll just move the two green pixels just as one. So it kind of balances things a little bit. And I could actually show that actually.
Or in post-processing, Dan, hasta la vista, or
Hasta la
what
vista
is it?
green.
Absolutely.
Hasta la vista green. Absolutely. So if we take, let's see, if I open this up, and it's just no.
Well, that brings up a really good question. Most people kind of heard the term Petzl, but they really don't know what a Petzl design is.
Sure.
Maybe we should kind of tell them what is a Petzl design.
Go ahead, Pete.
Petzl is
Go ahead.
4.
It's 4.
It's
Because once again,
it's 4.
doublet, which is 2, triplet is 3. With the Petzl, you got an extra lens. You got 4 lenses. And literally, the whole reason for that is to be able, when the incoming wavelengths of light come in, that they all reach that critical focus zone at the same point. That's where with a doublet, with only 2 lenses, you'll ever notice that you'll always have blue halos around stars. It's because the blue wavelength of light reaches past that critical focus zone. So with the Petzl design now, you don't need to actually have a flattener because you've got that 4th lens within the tube assembly. So it's forcing the wavelengths of light to all meet at that one critical focus zone.
And if you're really curious, I actually had a video of what the difference between an apo and an achromat is. Not about Petzl. I didn't even get into it, but the Petzl also, if I remember right, the Petzl lens assembly, when you focus it, the whole lens assembly moves kind of back and forth, as opposed to just the focuser moving back and forth.
And that kind of leads into a topic that we've discussed in the past is that when we look at critical focus zone, we talk about when we do our back focus calculations, we all know that like an F7 is kind of the watershed. Anything greater than F7 is considered slow. Anything less than F7 is considered fast. Anything less than F3.5 is considered very fast. So the formula for critical focus zone is basically your focal ratio squared times 2.2. And what happens now is when you look at very fast vocal ratios, say at 2.8, you've got a very, very narrow critical focus zone. So you've got to be dead on to make sure that you've got your back focus calculations. If you're at like an F8 or an F9, you've got a longer critical focus zone. So once again, you've got a plus or minus 1 millimeter distance that you can play with when you actually do your back focus calculations.
Very much. And there is a quintuplet life FRA 400. Yeah, I have the FRA 400.
Yeah.
That's a quin, so it's 5.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, and who's to say that maybe this is something in the future that we talked about? What are the things coming up in the future? Right now, we've got doublets, triplets, we've got Petzvals. Who's to say that maybe in the future we just might not have a 5 or a 6 lens system? I don't know if there's a benefit to it.
We already have quints. The ASCARs for quints.
Yeah.
Yep.
The ASCAR
That's a
400.
quintuplet.
I think at the 400 and I think the 600 are both quints.
4, 5, and 3, 4, 5, and 6.
3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is that A, let's think about this. Do we get the added bang for a dollar by going to a quin as compared to, say, maybe a Petzval?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have both right now. I have the quintuplet, the FRA 400, and the Petzval Red Cat 51.
So if you compared them side by side, Dan, and you look at the price between the two, do you get the bang for the dollar?
It was only about $300 between the two of them. I think the Red Cat 51 was $839, and the FRA 400 just went up to $1199. So $350. Now, visually or astrophotographically, do I see a big difference?
Well, this brings up another point. And this is why I was always thinking is let's kind of look at what Barlows do, right? We always notice that when we put a Barlow in, when we want to look at visual, we get a dim view, don't we? The reason being is we're putting extra glass in the optical train. So now we started with a doublet. That means we've only got 2 lenses that we have light to pass through. Then we went to a triplet that we got 3 lenses to pass light through. Now we've got a Petzval that we've got light to go through with just 4 lenses. Now we put a 5th lens in. That means now we've got more light being bent through different mediums. Is it oil spaced? Is it air spaced? I don't know. I'm sure it's probably airspace, right? It's not an oil space at that cost.
As far as I know, I don't think so. I think they're airspace.
Yeah. So I'm just throwing this out for a discussion here. Is that when we got 5 lenses now, that means that incoming photon of light has got to go through 5 different mediums. Actually, when you look at the space between the mediums, that's also included. Do we get a benefit with that? I'm just open to suggestions. I don't know.
I mean, you know what? I'll have to do a little bit more. I've only had the FRA 400 for 2 weeks now. I've had the Red Cat for a while. I haven't really finished my first full project with the 400. So hopefully we could put pictures side by side and see, and hopefully I can find something apples to apples.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what your thoughts are on that, Dan.
Be kind of cool. Be kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got to give some prizes away. Probably do that, and just so everybody knows that I'm not BSing here about this. So, Astro, let's see. Let's get an update on Let's get an update and see how many people have signed up for the Astropalooza giveaways. How about that? And right now, we were at 226 before. We're at 236 now. And just so you know, one more giveaway is being given away. We got another giveaway.
Ha-ha.
And I got to say thank you to Dr. Sass and iTelescope who is giving away from my telescope a premium image data set.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So, and I told him, he said today, he said, would that be sufficient? I said, that'd be awesome. So during his talk, we'll be giving away a premium image data set from my telescope, from a premium telescope somewhere in the Southern Hemisphere. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's pretty darn cool.
absolutely.
We have so many giveaways we're giving away at Astropalooza that I had to split them up throughout the course of the show. We have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 giveaways we're giving away.
That's just nuts.
21 giveaways. 10 50% off coupons from Masterpix Insight, 5 free, 1 free year subscription to IP for AP, Visible Universe signed by Charles Bracken, the premium image set, a 2-inch LRGB set, a 2-inch SHO 3nm set, and of course, the AstroWorld gym bag. So we're giving that away. And
Wow.
if you'll be one of the first people in AstroWorld's history to have your package with the AstroWorld tape on it. So there you go.
Hold it. And we'll add more. We'll even throw in a scarf shirt.
Yeah.
Throw in one of the shirts.
Dude, you should give me a shirt with just like cheese on it.
But wait, there's
Like a
more.
slice of cheese in it.
There's more.
Oh wait, there's more.
There's more. Hey Pete, I got something. I got something for you. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Share something here.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Toggle screen sharing. Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Billy. I've been up since
Oh,
6:30.
hey, Eric,
It's
look at
getting
that.
there.
It's getting there.
Baby. Look at that. Oh,
Yeah,
How
it's
much
getting
damage
there.
is that?
Eric,
This is
nice.
this is about
I'm sorry, how much?
10 hours. This is about 10 hours each. This is about 8 hours of maybe 8 of O3 and maybe 8 hours of HA.
Oh, you need like triple each.
Yeah. No, I know.
You need like
I'm just going to share this with Pete. Just
it's getting there. It's you got the shape now. I remember when you first started that, you're like, where the hell is it?
I got the shape now. It's coming along.
Eric, is that
I got to
going
get the RGB stars though.
Is that going to be your primary target for the winter season? Because I mean, if you just kind of make that your primary target, you're going to get some great data on this. That I can't wait to see what this looks like.
Oh yeah, because even if I'm looking over here, there's some really crazy stuff. I mean, look even over here. I don't even know what. Just right there.
Yep.
It's coming out.
Yep.
You know,
Nice.
and in here in the O3.
Look at that O3, man. I mean, that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Eric, I can't wait to see this when you finish it. It's going to look spectacular.
Yeah, and I mean, this is some great stuff. I mean, you got some great cloud, HA cloud structure coming. So it's coming along there, buddy.
Very cool.
What's the scope, Eric, in the camera?
It's that is the FLT 91 and the 2600 mono.
Nice.
That's a great wide field target.
Yeah, and those are with 3 nanometer. Those are 3 nanometer Antlias, and this is pretty much 300 second shots because 5-minute shots because
nice,
me going to 10, it starts to trail a bit. It starts to trail. So, like I said, I'm gonna just have to keep adding on, doing 300 shots all around, and just keep going at it night after night.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh, I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's finished, Eric.
Yeah. Throw in about 50 to 60 hours worth of narrowband and about maybe in a few hours worth of RGB.
Nice.
And we'll see how it all comes out.
Eric, if you don't mind, I'll tell you what. When you get it, just send me the raws. Your stacked and calibrated raws. I'll just play with it because, as I said, I can't wait to see what this looks like. That is fantastic.
Yeah,
that's
it's going to be a lot of
70,
fun.
right, Eric?
60.
Oh, that's a 60. Okay.
This is 60. Yeah. For some reason, even with me, polar aligned and everything, really well polar aligned. Every once in a while, there's about 20 or 25 600-second shots of HA in there, but everything else that I grabbed, they were all streaking. It was all, getting elongated. So I just dropped it all back down to 300.
Okay.
So I'll just keep doubling up the time. I'll just maximize the time with the 300, to 5-minute shots.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
As I said, if you had a little bit of a higher precision mount, you could probably push that. But you're right at about 100. And plus, with your scene conditions too, Eric, you probably can't overcome that as well at 300 seconds.
Yeah, with my scene conditions, I'm at a Bordeaux 5. With my conditions, I think the best I can usually get, even with all of my narrowband shots, is about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
With my shots. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep tagging away. So, like I said, I get about maybe between 50 and 70 in narrowband, and maybe I'll probably get about maybe not as many, maybe 4 or 5 hours of RGB just for the stars, and let it go.
Nice.
See what all comes out with.
Well,
that looks good.
I got some super exciting news. So I get a nice little package today from, or not today, yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, from Precise Parts.
Okay.
Precise Parts, another Precise Parts, right?
Okay.
Oh.
So what's that? Yeah. So I got the adapter to fit my regular flattener that I've had for a year or two, because I've been waiting for the AP flattener for 2 weeks since, now it's
2 weeks.
I want my 2 weeks.
$2.
How long are you here on Mars for?
2 weeks. But so what's in the box? Nah, come on. But so I got the adapter for my flattener that I've used on multiple scopes. So I said, cool. I don't know when this flattener from Astrophysics is going to come, so I may as well order the piece from Precise Parts and not lose this entire winter with a nice premium freaking scope that I have. I haven't been able to take a decent picture yet. So whatever the case may be, I get the adapter and it works and it fits and it's fine, and I got the flattener on, and then I hear ding. I'm like, oh, it's my email. Open up my email. It's Roland from Astrophysics saying, all we got to do is paint the inside. It should be a couple of days now.
Nice.
So now what do I got? I got another Precise Parts that's going to hit the closet of death in about 2 weeks. So 2 weeks. But
Dan,
I think Precise Parts is your freaking crack, Daniel.
I'm telling you.
Dan, we got to put on the Discord channel what you got in the closet of death that you want to get rid of. Precise Parts would be a great category.
You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to measure every single thread, because you know what? I didn't save any of those pieces of paper. I didn't save that stuff. No, come on. Who saves that stuff?
Hold it, Dan. Dan, this is what you got to do, man. I'm telling you.
He's got like a
Pete's
nuts. He has like a
folder, and you call it telescope information, and you keep all your data in here, man. All your hard
I was ready for you to pull out an accordion folder with like the piece of paper and the Precise Parts in there, and it's all like it's in number order, so
because I know exactly what the Precise Parts is. I know exactly what the both sides are and what the length is. So when I want to post it, if I want to sell it, I know what it is.
Oh, geez. Well, I'll do that from now on. But I need a Rolodex. You know what I need? I need one of those things. You know what we could do? We could do the game like they have in the carnivals, where you're trying to ring the Coke bottles
Yeah.
with precise parts adapters. But
Nice.
anyway, all right,
You know, not for
everybody,
nothing.
let's spin the wheel.
Yeah, you know, not for nothing, but somebody ought to make the suggestion to the people at Precise Parts to laser etch exactly what, you know, size, dimensions, threads, everything right on that piece.
That would be nice. Yeah, but
would
that
be
would probably add 2 weeks to it. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. It's funny. I called Ron to I emailed Ron at Moonlight
Moonlight,
because I
yeah.
was going to update the my Opposina Stellari telescope. I was going to maybe just change up from the Atlas focuser to a Moonlight focuser. So I went through the calculations. I said, "Hey Ron, take a look at this. What I need from you is the adapter, and I need what the thickness is on the Moonlight. Can I put a Moonlight in there like it's a night crawler?" And he said, "Pete, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to be left with 12 millimeters of back focus." I said, "Are you kidding me? That's all I got left?" I said, "I can't even put a camera on there with that."
Exactly, you can.
For Moonlight, I can't use a Moonlight focuser.
Ah, bummer. All right, so here we go. So tonight we're giving away a $50 gift certificate to Camera Concepts, but I want to show everybody this wheel real quick. This is the wheel for the club giveaway. So the club giveaway has expanded up to 19 groups right now. So if you want to get involved in the giveaways for your Astro Club, make sure you email me the name of your Astro Club and some contact information, and we will be able to kind of put you on the wheel. But this is going to be the wheel for the giveaway for the sales of the shirts. So let me know what your Astro Club is, and we only got 2 days left to Astropalooza, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And let's open up the CCTS giveaway one. Here's the CCTS giveaway one. We have 86 people, so we're gonna have $50 going away to some lucky partner over at Camera Concepts. So here we go. Oh, Billy, you just missed it. Carol Pantulas. I think that's her second one. Carol, congratulations. You're going to get an email from me. And you just make sure you fill out the information on the Google form that I need to put you in the system for Camera Concepts, and we'll get that. We'll add that to your account. So there you go. Congratulations, Carol. Booyah. And then
There you go.
we have NEAF. NEAF is coming in April.
Yep.
And AstroWorld will be at NEAF. And I broke the news to Jeff the other day. So he knows that I won't be working at Camera Concepts that day or those days. I definitely will be at the table. I think Pete's going to be there. Eric's still a 50-50. Scott's a definite no because he's either going to be sleeping or eating his cheese balls. Yeah, I know.
Such pristine finger gestures.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a nasty person. But you never know who's going to be there. And you know what? With this Astropalooza thing going on, I think we're going to get a lot of people come and show up at the table. So if you want information, and I swear I'm going to put a TV up there on a stand, and I'm going to do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll do something.
You know, Dan, we should really tell people if they've never been to NEAF, you should go at least once in your life because it really is something unique. It really is something to see everything. I mean, all the manufacturers will be there. This is the first year in 3 years that the manufacturers now with COVID behind us, that we're going to get a lot of people. And it really is something special to see. You'll get an idea, like with Primalucci being there, all the distributors being there, all the OEMs will be there. It really is something special.
Hey Dan, please add my club. It's called the Central Appalachian Astronomy Club. I think you're already on there. Let's see. Close and open and club giveaway and Central Appalachian's already on there. Eddie, you're already there, so no problem with that. And I love when the iPhone just continuously types what I say, even when I don't want it to. But there we go. So what else we got? Anything else? I think Neef and Astropalooza 2 days. We got our last show before Astropalooza Friday night, 2 nights from tonight. So go and buy your shirt because all the proceeds go to one of those astronomy clubs. So we have about we only get, so believe it or not, the only profit that we make out of that is about $7 a shirt. That's the profit that we make on that. That's on average, depending on where it goes across the US. So we want to sell a lot of shirts. We're going to do the giveaway at Astropalooza, but we're going to continue to sell the shirts for another 2 weeks to see if we can kind of raise some more money for an Astro Club. And then we'll write out the check, probably for New Year's or something like that. But it's gonna be cool. So just go buy. I bought a shirt. Actually, I bought 2 shirts because I'm gonna give it to my nieces. So, but and you can always buy, a coffee mug or something like that, if you're so inclined. Hell, maybe with the $50 you just won, you could buy a shirt. Just kidding. It's not good for the AstroWorld store. But I guess it's 11 o'clock, fellas. Final thoughts? Oh, geez.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I want to thank you, Dan, and I tell you why.
Why? Don't thank me anymore. I'm getting red.
No. Believe me, Dan. When you look at what Astropalooza is, the amount of work that it took to be able to put that together and to get the guests that are coming on, believe me, that's a lot of work. And I tell you what, that's a testament to you putting the effort into it. And I tell you what, kudos to you, my friend.
Big time.
You've got
Big time.
you've got something special here on Saturday. And as I said, I will be on between 11 and noon. But as I said, Scott, Eric, if you can help Dan, you guys definitely come on sometime in the afternoon because
Oh yeah.
this is
Between
testament
the
to what Dan has done. And believe me, this is to the viewer membership. You've got some phenomenal guests that are coming on, and as I said, it wouldn't have been happening if it wasn't for Dan doing this in the background. And Dan, kudos to you. Believe me, kudos to
Love
you.
doing it,
You've done a
man.
great
Love
job
doing
with
it.
this.
So I mean, I didn't think that this was really gonna be like this.
You didn't
If
think
I
it was
thought
going to
it,
take off. Degree,
if I
did you?
thought it was gonna be like this, I probably would have never done it. But but let me tell you something. It's just amazing that these 13 or 14 guests plus I gotta say none of this. And I say this every week when Pete you bring this type of stuff up. Yeah, I got the people to come and and whatever, and I kind of putting it all together and all that. But you know what? There'd be no Astropalooza without the fans. There'd be no Astropalooza without you guys helping me with the show. There would be no Astropalooza for the people in the background that help me with the website. There'd be nothing like that. I mean, I just sent emails and people said yes. So I mean, it just turned out to be an 8-hour thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be interesting to see after Astropalooza what our membership viewer on Wednesdays and Fridays. I'm looking forward to seeing if it increases. Does it stay kind of the same at that plateau at between 30 to 35? I'd be really curious to see because it's going to be interesting. This is going to be a watershed moment. It's going to be fun to see how this thing just takes off in the next month.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be something special, man. Seriously, this is going to be something really, really special.
Going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a great time. A lot of information. So we got Amy Astro talking about the observatory. We got Adam Block talking about pixel math. We got what else? We got Nico Carver. He's talking. We got Eddie Ernie and Josh talking about Cyril and data management. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of great. Hey, Scott,
I mean,
welcome.
think about it. Dan, think about the prizes that are being given out. I mean, my God, you've got signed copies from Charles Bracken. You've got data sets from iTelescopes. I mean, you've got Pix Insight tutorials that you're giving out. I mean,
I think it turns out to be about. I think we're at the border of about $4,000 retailer prizes that we're giving away in one day.
Unbelievable, man. I mean,
$4,000 worth of prizes in one day.
So what I'm going to ask the viewer membership, I'm going to reach out to you. You've heard exactly what's going on Saturday. You've got to reach out to people who you associate with that are into this hobby to say, hey, look it. You don't have to maybe spend 8 hours watching because we're going to tape it, but at least, tune in live for a couple hours, if not at least 1 hour, see what the show's all about. And who's to say you might just win something. You never know.
Yep.
Win something. And the amount of guests, the quality of the guests that are coming on this show, you're gonna pick up some really cool information, from these people. It's gonna be amazing. It really is.
And you know what? If it goes off well, and we have a lot of members that come on and viewer membership and the likes, you got to hit the like button. You got to hit all that. But you know what? If this goes off well, that means we're gonna maybe. I even put it in the calendar. December 6th, 2023, AstroWorld Astropalooza 23 ? So
yeah.
So if it all goes well, if and hopefully I'm sure it will. But maybe we do, 1 day in the summer, 1 day in the winter, instead of a 1 8-hour day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Hey, Dan, if I can make a suggestion on the website, what you should do is somewhere say AstroWorld TV is where they need to go to. Because I had a couple of people on Cloudy Nights today say, how do I log in to be able to see the show? And there's no indication where that is. So I had to call Scott and ask Scott. So thank you, Scott. But I would recommend that if you can do an addendum to the website, put AstroWorld TV in YouTube, because that'll definitely lead them to the show.
Okay, absolutely. I'll do that. I'll do that today. I'll do that tomorrow.
All
right, fellas. It's 11:06. It's that time again.
Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Good night, sweet. Yeah, you better be there, Josh. You're presenting. You're like one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Were you able to reach out to the
Actually, it's not
Rochester Academy of Sciences?
My headset just disappeared on me. There we go.
Were you able to reach out to the Rochester Academy of Sciences?
Yep.
Did they come on board?
I think they did. Yeah, I think they did. I got a bunch of emails back from people. So
Peter Blackwood, right?
On the top of my head, I've had about 30 people.
He's okay. They got it. That's a huge astronomy club. It's massive.
So, yep. Well, Carol, I don't know if there's a band named AstroWorld, but I know that Travis Scott had an album named AstroWorld, and had a big that was the big he had a big amusement park, AstroWorld, and then that's also the concert where a whole bunch of people got shot up. I guess about, was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. and not for nothing, but our Twitter membership went up about 150 people in a weekend because of that. And I hate to say that, but that's the truth. but hey, you know, it is what it is. Twitter is good for us. We got over 1,200 members. So if you have any questions on anything, feel free to join us again on Discord is growing. Twitter's huge. And don't forget, I never mentioned it, but don't forget, we do have a Facebook page. And we have about 800 followers on that. So I don't really promote it as much because they don't like stuff that I put up sometimes, and they kind of like shirk me off a little bit. But you know, we do have a Facebook page, AstroWorld TV on Facebook as well.
Hey Dan, on Friday, once again, it's a free format, right? We don't have any any guests. So to the viewer membership, if you have questions, please, by all means, you know, post those questions. Like Eric said earlier this evening, we'll be more than happy to answer those questions. You know, we're here to basically help you out, just to kind of improve your skill set to be able to take better imaging and post process. So definitely, please post your images on Friday if you got any questions.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Sounds good. It is time to go nunny. It's time to go to bed. And everybody, have a good night. We'll see you all Friday night. That's T-1 day to Astropalooza. So everybody, have a good night. Hopefully, somebody saw the occultation, because we did not. In many places in the U.S., we're cloud covered. But everybody, have a good night. And as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you Friday night, everybody. Ooh, one more day. Jeez. One day more. Another day, another. No, so all right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
See everybody.